Long ago, beyond the edge of the maps people usually looked at, there was a wide valley where animals of all kinds lived together peacefully, sharing paths, water, and stories passed down through generations. In this valley lived a young fox named Milo, who was known for being thoughtful, gentle, and a little slower than the others. Milo noticed things that most animals rushed past, like how the light changed color just before sunset or how the river sounded different before a storm. While other foxes trained to be faster and stronger, Milo spent his time listening, observing, and quietly helping wherever he could, even when no one seemed to notice. Milo often wondered if he was truly useful. He did his best to help carry food, guide younger animals through the forest, and keep watch at night, but he felt invisible compared to the bold hunters and confident leaders of the valley. Still, every morning he woke up with hope, believing that kindness and attention had value, even if he did not yet know how that value would reveal itself. He reminded himself that the valley was made of many small parts, and perhaps he was one of them. One early morning, as mist drifted slowly above the ground and the sun was just beginning to rise, Milo was walking near the riverbank when he noticed something strange. The birds were quieter than usual, and the water moved faster, whispering urgently against the stones. As Milo leaned closer, he heard a soft voice calling for help. Following the sound carefully, he found a hedgehog named Luma caught in tangled reeds, unable to free herself. Milo patiently worked through the reeds one by one until Luma was safe, and she thanked him with a relieved smile before warning him that the river had been rising all night and that the current felt stronger upstream. Milo continued along the river, paying close attention to every sound and movement, and soon he discovered the source of the trouble. A landslide higher in the valley had pushed rocks, mud, and fallen trees into the river, narrowing its path and forcing the water to surge toward the village. Milo's heart beat faster as he realized what this meant. If the blockage remained, the river would overflow by nightfall and flood the homes, food stores, and nesting areas of the valley animals. For a moment, fear crept in, telling Milo that this problem was too big for him. But he took a deep breath and reminded himself that noticing the problem was already the first step. He ran back toward the village, alerting every animal he passed, explaining what he had seen and why time mattered. Some doubted him at first, but Milo spoke calmly and clearly, describing the signs he had noticed, and slowly the animals began to understand the danger. Beavers gathered tools, birds flew ahead to scout the blockage, and larger animals prepared to move debris. When they reached the river together, the task seemed overwhelming. The blockage was massive, and the water pressed hard against it. Milo did not try to be the strongest or the loudest. Instead, he listened to the river, observed how the water flowed, and suggested where to start clearing so the pressure would ease safely. The beavers followed his guidance. The deer helped pull away loose branches, and the birds coordinated from above. Slowly, piece by piece, the river began to breathe again. For hours they worked, tired but focused, until finally the blockage gave way and the water rushed forward freely, no longer threatening the valley. There was a long, quiet moment as everyone stood watching the river return to its gentle rhythm. That night, the animals gathered beneath the stars, grateful and relieved. The elder owl spoke about how strength comes in many forms and how paying attention can be just as powerful as speed or force. Milo felt something change inside him, not pride, but peace. He realized that he did not need to be louder or faster to matter. He only needed to remain true to who he was. From that day forward, Milo was no longer the fox who wondered if he belonged. He became the fox others listened to when something fell off, the fox who noticed the early signs, and the fox who proved that quiet awareness could protect an entire valley. And the river flowed on, carrying the story with it, reminding everyone that sometimes the smallest voice is the one that saves us all.